Welcome to Indie Corner TV. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and I'm here with,
Chris O'Braki.
who is best known for,
Milfs vs. Zombies.
and you're also do a little character of your own.
I'm also known as Merman Christian.
Okay, so you're a merman and you're an actor.
Yes.
Which one do you like? Which one would you put on first in your resume?
It's kind of balancing itself out right now. I've been in the film business for about 10 years, and but I've only been in the mermaid business for about 4 years. So now I'm getting more known worldwide as the merman character. So it's kind of like the merman's kind of getting a little further up here now.
So what do you think is? I guess you've done Milfs vs Zombies. How was it working on that project?
It was my second time working with Fuzzy Monkey Films, and it was just when I first got with that company, I had a small minor role, and this is at the time I was looking to get back into making films again, and I had a small part in the previous film, Ghoulish Tales, and then the director Brad Twigg wanted to use me for his next film, and he's like, hey, I got this really crazy part I want you to play, I want you to have fun with it and run with it, and it was just, I had so much free range with that character that I played. The character's named Slade. And it was just a great time. Like, the whole cast and crew worked together great, and all the effects turned out really fantastic. And I tell people when watching MILFs, go in with a open mind and probably a drink in your hand as well. So.
Yeah, well, what I like about the movie is it's very comedic and horror-like. Do you feel like you're good at doing both kind of styles?
I have learned that I'm more comfortable doing both of those styles because, I just, sometimes, like, it's more, people have more, more of one and less the other, but I found a pretty good balance with it on when to turn it off, turn it on.
Now, what's been the toughest role for you to do?
I would say the most toughest role I've ever had to do was, and I would say it was mainly due to the weather. It was when I was filming Stab 5, which is the spin-off to the Scream movies, and we had to film out in New Hampshire in the middle of a snowstorm, and it was just, it was basically me running around in a very thin shirt and a parking garage being chased by Ghostface, and I was covered in blood, and eventually I started to notice that the blood started to kind of crystallize on my hand because it was so cold outside, and I started having trouble breathing, and I had to tell the director, I was like, hey, time out, this is a little bit bad here. And so that was really the only most challenging thing I've had to do in film.
All right. So what kind of project, what kind of role do you want to play?
One of my dream roles actually is I'm a huge fan of the movie Coal Miner's Daughter, and I just love that story, that rags to riches story of, a singer and everything. And my family is from the South and grew up where Loretta Lynn used to live, so it kind of hits home. So that's one of my biggest dream roles. I don't know who I would play yet, but I would just love to just take on that and just learn how to do play the music for it and everything, and just really go and see the costume evolve with the character and like the way they look, and just that's one of my big dream roles to do.
All right. So I guess, what have you been up to lately?
Lately, I just recently got back from swimming with whale sharks in the Georgia Aquarium as my merman character. And then I'm getting ready to get started on Brad Twigg's next film, which is Killer Camp Out. It's kind of a big 80s throwback to the 80s slashers. And then I will also soon be doing Echo Lake Massacre.
You were excited because I know you're a big fan of Rochelle.
Yes, when I discovered that Rochelle Davis was going to be one of my co-stars, it was kind of even though we're in the same business, you still get those fanboy moments and everything, because I grew up, watching The Crow, and I've been a huge fan of The Crow, so it's kind of like so it's exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, all right, is there anything that you'd like to leave your fans with?
I'm just gonna say I really appreciate all the support and everything over the past decade, and really appreciate the new fans that I have, along with my Merman career. Like, I get messages from people all over the world saying how much I've inspired them to, follow their dreams and encourage their self-esteem. And it's so I want to thank everybody for all that, and I hope everybody will stay with me.
Well, speaking of thanking, thank you so much for
You.
coming on the show.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, and thank you guys for watching.